Hey folks, Randy here doing cut and trim. Just a little update on the surgery situation. So this week I was supposed to get an MRI and I was supposed to see a sports orthopedist. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Sports orthopedist? It feels like I'm making up how to pronounce orthopedist, but I don't know. Neither one of those things happened. The MRI I canceled because it was going to happen right during a snowstorm we were supposed to get in Maryland. Of course, it was too warm, so while it did snow, I think about 4 inches, it all melted like immediately as soon as it was done snowing. So I canceled that for no reason. I made absolutely nothing on that storm. So that got canceled and then rescheduled. But then I got a call from the sports orthopedist that I was supposed to see, letting me know he didn't accept my insurance. I don't know why they didn't know that before, but whatever. So that got canceled. And then I rescheduled the MRI for next week, and I got a letter from my insurance saying that the MRI is not medically necessary. So, okay. So I'm following up on that. I emailed the regular orthopedist that I saw and just let him know, like, hey, that prescription you sent for the MRI, like my insurance denied it, and I included the paperwork. What do you want me to do now? Also, I can't see your sports guy, and so I'm waiting to hear back from them. But in the meantime, I actually went to see my primary instead. Talked to them for a while. It was a good meeting. And got some good information from them. Well, one thing I did get is I got a referral to start going to physical therapy for my knee. Because the reality is I'm probably not getting the knee surgery anytime soon. The Dr. Google said that the procedure that they want to do on my knee is like a 6 to 9 month recovery. My primary care doctor said that is not true. I mean, it's possible, but very unlikely. That it would be like more 3 or 4 months, which that's still a long time. So kind of what my plan is, I'm kind of taking two tracks. I'm going to start physical therapy. I actually happen to know a very good physical therapist that I'm going to be seeing. So I'm going to be seeing them because what I remember from when I was a kid, when I had multiple knee surgeries 20 years ago, is that if you decide not to have knee surgery, what you can do is strengthen the muscles that are going into the knee, and that'll provide the additional support that the ACL would provide, and not necessarily going to provide all of it. It can't, but it'll help a lot more. So I'm going to start that next week. And then, but I'm still going to follow, hopefully, the track with the sports orthopedist to kind of figure out exactly what are we looking at, like how bad is it actually, so we can kind of form a game plan where maybe I could get the operation, mid to late December and spend the whole winter recovering. So that's kind of the plan at this point. I know a lot of people have reached out, have been very concerned. None of you YouTube people, there's normally YouTube people that reach out to me, and none of y'all don't seem all that concerned about me. I'm just kidding. There's a couple people that watch my channel that have my cell phone number, and usually they'll text me or something, like, after a video, and they clearly have not watched the last video. But anyway, people have reached out and been really concerned because I am the the sole income provider in my house. And honestly, I was a little concerned about it too. But I've started wearing a hinged knee brace, and I gotta tell you, man, it's making all the difference in the world. I After talking to my primary care doctor, I actually I think the ACL has been not working great for a pretty long time. Part of having the four surgeries that I think it was four sur I was talking to my mother about this the other day. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 surgeries. I don't remember. But part of that, by the time I got through the fourth one or third one, whichever it was, they told me, they were like, look, you are 100% getting arthritis in this knee. And I definitely do have arthritis in my left knee. And talking to the primary care and just kind of describing the pain and, you know, what causes it and how it feels and all that and what makes it feel better. It sounds like the majority of the pain that I've been experiencing has actually been because of the arthritis in my knee, which I actually found very encouraging, because if that is what's going on, it's just, you know, arthritis. Well, I can deal with that. I mean, I guess that's not good either, but, you know, I'd rather it be the arthritis causing pain than the ACL causing pain. So, you know, if I have the knee brace on, I'm pretty much good. You know, I can't be stupid. I'm not going to be playing basketball again anytime soon. And I'm also not doing any running or anything like that, at least until I talk to the physical therapist. But, you know, in the meantime, I'm still working. You know, I dug, when it's all said and done, it's going to be probably about 130, 140 foot French drain / regular drain thing between my yard and my mother's yard. Done all that by hand, been fine. Been doing a lot of work in my shop area. Excuse me. Someday you'll get to see that when I'm no longer embarrassed by how it looks. But I've been able to do that, and I walk a 5K every Saturday, pretty much. And I've been able to do all those things. So there really hasn't been a huge change to how I'm functioning, other than everybody around me is freaking out about my knee. I was freaking out about it for a little bit, but, you know, man, it's going to sound cheesy, but I'm not that worried about it, because especially once I became self-employed, I think trusting God becomes very easy when you work for yourself, because, you know, why would anyone hire you ever? You know? And so every day that I've been in business since I went full-time in 2016, and so every day that I've been in business, in my mind, has been a miracle that I've been in business. And so it's like, you know, God's kind of had me every step of the way, so it's not as worrying as it would be. I do feel some anxiety in the not knowing, like, how it goes, but it's kind of, I've said this to my wife a couple of times, and then I talked to my pastor about it a little bit last week, I guess. But, you know, like, the way I like to think about it is, you know, life is a roller coaster. I don't like roller coasters, by the way. I can't stand roller coasters. You know, life is a roller coaster. There's a lot of ups and downs, but I can take a lot of comfort in knowing that I know the guy that designed the roller coaster. God, for people that don't get the metaphor. And I take comfort in that, and I also take comfort in knowing that that roller coaster has a defined end. And I don't know exactly how we're going to get there, but we will get there. And so I take comfort in that. And so not as worried about it. You know, like I said, every step of this journey has not made any sense anyway. Why would this stage of the journey make sense too? you know? So that's kind of where things stand at this point. I'm gonna basically act like nothing happened, except I got an annoying brace that I'm wearing all the time. The brace doesn't even bother me, except for when I'm talking about it or thinking about it, and then it drives me nuts. So I'm gonna stop talking about it now, because now that I've started talking about it, it's bothering me. But that's kind of where things stand. I really wanted to get this video out and talk to you guys about it. If there's more updates, I'll give them to you. Or maybe I'll just milk it for all it's worth, and like every video I do, like lawn guy mows lawn with destroyed knee or something. Something dumb like that, and ham it up for who knows why. But that's kind of where things stand. I got other stuff I want to talk about, but I didn't feel like I could talk about that stuff until I talked about this. So that's where this stands. If you have any questions, feel free to let them know. And like I said, as always, the link for the GoFundMe is going to be in the description down below. Whatever you can do to support. No, obviously I'm kidding. Support with your time, your watch time. And I can make oodles of dollars on YouTube. So, it's Randy with Dolan Cut and Trim. Have a good one.